What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Ryan G, and I am back again with another video for you guys. Guys, make sure that you check out the live streams every Sunday. I do live streams every Sunday in which I talk about motivational content, or I cover something on social media. It could be something pertaining to dating, or it could be like, celebrities and all these types of, things going on, buzzing around on E-News, whatever, entertainment-wise. I do cover that sometime. And I mostly focus on motivational content, dating, relationships, all that type of stuff for men in particular, right? I'm trying to make sure that men are getting tips, and men are out there are learning, right, from their mistakes, past relationships, whatever, so they can become better, So with that being said, this video is titled being a trick, right? Some of you guys probably don't know what trick is, but I'm going to define that first, and then I'm going to actually talk about why you should not be a trick, and what's the negative, right, consequences to being a trick, right? You should not strive to only be like that type of person or be that type of guy. But anyway, before I get straight into this video, I want you all to do me a huge favor: like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. And don't forget to turn on that post notification bell, right, to get the latest videos I post on my YouTube channel. Now, let's get right into this. Now, when I'm talking about being a trick, right, a lot of dudes are guilty of this, right? I was guilty of this in my past, right? Basically, being a trick means that you are the type of guy in which you're basically you're paying for pussy, right? I'm just gonna be straightforward here. I'm gonna be very direct, right? Because we have grown men who are listening to my videos and listening to my content, right? If you are a minor and you're listening to my content, unfortunately, you're probably going to hear this and you're going to be exposed to a little bit of the material that I'm saying here. But basically, you are paying to get with a chick, right? Let me try and make this PG-13, but you are basically paying to get rewarded from a chick. Most likely, it's sex in result, right? So you do the chick a favor in order to get sex in result. I don't know how to break this down anymore, right? But that's basically what it is. And the thing is, I know we talked about the fact that there's two types of sex. There's transactional sex and there's validation sex. Now, I'm not sure if I went into detail what each, the difference between the two, right? As far as comparing and contrasting them. I don't think I ever did that in any of my videos, but I did mention transactional sex versus validation sex. You want to strive towards getting the validation sex, right? You don't want the transactional. Now, being a trick, you're going to get mostly transactional sex. And what I mean by that is that this is sex in which she's only sleeping with you because you're doing something for her. Most likely you are giving her money, right? The sex that is transactional is horrible sex. I'm going to say this again. Guys, sex that is transactional sex is horrible sex. It doesn't matter how much you are desperate to be able to, be able to F around with a chick, right? Or, get some pussy, whatever. It doesn't matter how much it's been months, it's been years, whatever, right? And you're going through a drought. Transactional sex is the worst sex you can ever receive from a woman. And I'm going to tell you this, why, right? Because she doesn't like you for you. That's one thing. With that being said, it's not as wet, right? It's not as wet. It's dry as fuck, right? And on top of that, you're not really, you're forcing things, right? And that's going to force you to not perform the right way, right? And it's just, everything just is chaotic. Because at the end of the day, she's only using you for the money, right? She's not turned on at all. She doesn't like you for you. And you're trying to make things work. Now, when you attempt to have sex with this chick, sometimes it may work, right? But most of the time, that shit is horrible. It's horrible. There's guys out there that's be like, oh, there's nothing wrong with dry sex. Guys, you cannot have sex the right way with chicks if it's not... Look, I'm not trying to do no sex education here or anything like that, but guys, you cannot make things work if she's not cooperating, right? Most of the time, these chicks are very disrespectful, right? She's gonna want things done her way. She's gonna be like, no, I just want to do missionary. I just want to lay on my back. Oh no, I want to do this. I want you to go lower. I want you. It's like she's basically, on top of the fact that you're paying for her to do certain things, right? You're paying for her, right? You're trying to negotiate, try to be, you know, business partners, whatever the hell you all call it, right? Y'all trying to work out things. You're basically trying to get sex because you're giving her money for whatever shit. She could be struggling. She could be like poor. She could be in poverty, whatever it is. You're trying to negotiate with these chicks, right? But on top of that, you have to understand that she views you as, it doesn't matter how good looking you are. Doesn't matter. That's why I say, guys, you have to know your worth, because at the end of the day, you paying for sex, you're going to be classified in the same category as a dude that is not as good looking. A guy who is unattractive, right? I'm talking about a guy that's like basically off the streets, right? You're placed in that same category to her because you're giving her money, right? She doesn't view you any differently from the other guys that give her money. So that's why you shouldn't practice being a trick, right? You don't want to do that, right? It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you're from. You basically went through at least some sort of experience in which you literally did some sort of transactional shit with a chick, just because you're trying to get something in result. Now, there's gonna be times in which, you know, maybe, you know, you do these things because, you know, maybe you're out of town or whatever, and, you know, let me tell you something. There's an exception. If you can be able to get pussy, or you can be able to, you know, deal with a chick without necessarily paying her, it's okay, right? There's an exception in which maybe you every now and then you can pay for whatever. But if you have to pay for sex and you can't get sex for free, then something is definitely wrong, right? Guys, you don't want to be a trick, because basically that messes around with your manhood, right? It actually makes you seem as weak, right? I'm not going to only say it's beta, right? I'm not going to say that, or being a simp, but it's the worst thing you can actually do, right? You're basically telling yourself you can't get with chicks unless you pay for them, or you pay some sort of thing in order for them to want to bother with you, right? And like I said, guys, the reason why you should not, I'm going to stress this over and over again, you should not push this, is because she's not going to deal with you the right way. It's not as passionate, right? It's annoying as hell, right? She's uncooperative. Guys, when a chick is uncooperative, nothing works. You start to get soft. You start to, you just start to get turned off easily, right? You will start off as hard as hell, rock hard, and then all of a sudden you're like, what the hell is going on down there? It's because she's uncooperative, right? Which is kind of turning you off, and the shit is dry. You know what I'm saying? Guys, there is a difference between chicks who actually like you for you, and is turned on and is wet for you. It makes your job a whole lot easier to be able to do what you're supposed to do, right? Guys, there's a lot of women out there that they don't like you for you. Stop wasting your time with them, right? Stop doing that. Guys, being a trick, you should never strive to being a trick, right? And if it's your first time being introduced to this terminology, right? Your first time coming across, you know what I'm saying, myself or anybody else on YouTube using the term trick, now you guys know. That is like the lowest level of being a simp, right? You should not strive towards trying to pay a chick in order for her to return the favor. It's horrible, right? But guys, I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you learned something from this vid. I try to make this PG-13 as possible, right? Because, you know, I know I got a lot of high schoolers and even middle schoolers that there are all ages on my YouTube channel. I don't know who's listening to it, but you gotta know, right? It's great that you all are getting this material and getting this content, right? Because if your father's not telling you this, you gotta learn sooner or later. But guys, subscribe to the channel. There's more content for you for the rest of this month, and also going into December. Guys, smash that like button. The more you smash that like button, I know what type of videos I can put out there, and also what type of videos you guys gravitate towards. And of course, guys, comment down below. I want to hear you guys' feedback on the topic as usual. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.
He thought the money make you happy, it don't make you different. I start to see that shit myself when I got a couple million. Roll through the mud, I can't lie, seen too much real steppers.